Kennedy Proposal 2010. Under a Bridge to the University of Washington, April 29th. Dear Husky, thank you for reading my Facebook note. I am visiting the University of Washington today to discuss President Emmert's call for a multi-game playoff, his concerns regarding the renovation of Husky Stadium, and the current state of the Kennedy proposal. November 7, 2008, Seattle Times writer Bud Withers ran an article titled, "The Debate of BCS versus Playoffs." He dug into former Pac-10 Commissioner Tom Hansen's brain, advancing every notion from the popular +1 proposal to a 16-team pigskin palooza. Hansen went with the grain and rejected each proposal, but President Emmert has different beliefs. Emmert stated to Withers that he believes a playoff is inevitable, but other football Bulls subdivision presidents, like University of Georgia President Michael Adams and University of Florida President Bernie Macon, have made such claims, and no significant discussion or debate has occurred within the Bowl Championship Series meetings, the National Collegiate Athletic Association Football Issues Committee, nor has there been a comprehensive review of the FBS postseason on Capitol Hill. Withers insisted on playoffs, and Emmert continued to respond. Although Emmert did not specifically say this about Executive Director Bill Hancock, he did allude to the illusionary arguments regarding the insertion of a multi-game playoff. The arguments pouring off the official BCS website, www.playoffproblem.com, cite reasons such as missed class time, travel expenses, increased rate of injury, the inherent unfairness with the home hosting model, value of the regular season, and the importance and heritage of non-BCS bowls. Although he will still be deemed president, his new office lands in Indianapolis as the association's fifth commander. November 1st, 2010, he will replace Jim Ish, who has been serving in the role after Miles Brand lost his battle with cancer. With appointment to his new role, Emmert could possibly implement what players, coaches, and some fans have dreamed for years. I'd like to be one, having shaped that, the playoff evolution, rather than having it shaped by others. November 7, 2008, President Emmert to Bud Withers. As deficit issues rise, and as athletics continue to operate in the red, will President Emmert respond to the 1,055 member institutions and find a way to shape a billion-dollar fundraiser during the short holiday period? If he indeed finds a way to implement the Kennedy proposal or any other BCS playoff proposal, public funding for athletic buildings, such as Husky Stadium, will be created. For example, the University of Alabama produced 91,312 for their spring game. How much revenue could 8 additional games produce for the NCAA and its member institutions? What would the television contracts be worth? Merchandise? Advertising? How would EA Sports be affected? As the questions continue to add up, the dollars would, too. My personal interest is not to expand the FBS postseason for dollar increase, but to afford the players the opportunity to settle the national championship. As a result, the influx of public dollars will be invested back into higher education institutions across the country. January 14, 2009, President Emmert's blog, The UW and the Economic Downturn, he states, "Finally, I want to say a word about Husky Stadium since many of you have asked. Normally, seeking funding in tight economic times for the stadium would simply not be on our list of priorities. But by issuing debt now, we can do the project, create 5,000 to 7,000 construction jobs, and still have no negative impact whatsoever on the 2009-11 budget. We believe it's worth considering and would benefit the state economy now and the university for decades to come." Since that time, new field turf has been installed. But with Emmert's departure, what lies ahead for the renovation of Husky Stadium?